Hi everybody, Jeff Johnson here for Clerk TV. Today I have the privilege of talking to Charles Baker, the Clerk of Superior Court in Hall County. And we are so glad that you're here.
Glad to be here.
Well, good deal. So tell us a little bit about Hall County. What, population, largest city, all of that kind of thing. And you're a native of Hall County, right?
That is correct.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, Hall County is a population of about 180,000. Mm-hmm. And the largest city is Gainesville, Georgia, and our claim is to fame is beautiful Lake Lanier, and I'd say we claim to be the poultry capital of the world.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. The poultry industry is huge.
Excellent, because
yes.
I like poultry.
Yes, we like chicken.
We love it up that way. So, in terms of your citizens and the base of citizens, tell us a little bit about them as a people.
We got a very diverse population. Mm-hmm. I'd say just from our diversity comes in with a lot of Hispanic population. We got a lot of diverse Asian population. So we really got a real diverse county, and I think that's one of the things that makes it so great.
Why do you like doing what you do? I mean, you've been clerk for how long now?
I've been clerk. I ran in 2008, and so I took office January 1st, 2009.
Uh-huh. Why do you like it? Why do you like being the clerk? Why do you like serving the people in Hall County?
Well, first of all, this is one of the constitutional offices. There's 4 constitutional offices, and the clerk is something. You don't go fill out an application for the job.
Right.
You actually got to sign up, and you run for this job for a term of 4 years. And, we have some of the most important records to keep, all the way from real estate, civil, criminal. And, it's our responsibility to look after these records, make sure they're maintained. And if people loses one of their documents or loses an instrument in their real estate, a deed, anything like that, or a loss of a fire, they can always go to the clerk's office and get a certified copy. So that is the main reason. Yeah,
that's a big responsibility.
A big responsibility.
Yep. Now, in terms of your staff and the people that you have on staff, how important are they to do what you do every day for the citizens of your county?
Well, we got about, I'd say, 36 full-time employees. Wow. And maybe, I think up to 11 part-time employees. Mm-hmm. That work, do cross-trained. But it's very important to have good employees because I delegate a lot of work out. They're very faithful. You can call our employees and get a person that answers the phone and talks to them and to see what part of the office they need to be transferred to, whether it's real estate or civil, criminal, or the courts division. Like I say, we can get you to the right person, but it is very important. I couldn't do my job without great employees.
So, one thing I always hear from the clerks, it's about service. What can a person expect when they walk through your doors?
I think they, whenever they come in and ask the employees at the front counters in my different divisions, I got one that knows something about it at the counter, that knows about their session when other workers are in the back.
Right.
They can service you there then on whatever case needs to be filed, whether it's civil, criminal, or whether they need to talk to someone in the courts division or real estate. They can either wait on you right there, and if they can't, we get somebody from the back. And I think the best thing we've done is our employees, include the part-timers, they're all cross-trained.
Wow.
So we're there from 8 till 5. That's 9 hours a day. That's 45 hours a week.
Yes, sir.
And so you can get service coming to Hall County Clerk's office.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
And now, technology has changed so much in our world. What has it changed in what you do every day in Hall County?
Well, I'm going to go back a little bit since I've worked a number of years before I became clerk. I mean, it was all writing in some manual dockets, 11 by 18 books and stuff. And then the 1987, we finally worked on a mainframe computer that goes from where the sheriff's office inputs DAs, that goes all the way input into everything. And our first computer screens, it was just like a dark background with green text, and now it's got a full Windows look to it, and it just does so many incredible things, and looks, like I say, it looks like a window with great colors now as compared to the old ones. But like I say, it is now, we have our own workstation or PC at each desk, and I think that's one of the great things. In 2003, we started imaging, and that's a great thing too. Instead of just making copies and sending out by mail, we can attach our images to an email and just send it right to the customer.
It's so much faster.
It's so much faster. Now, some things I've done since I've been in is some of the Clerk's Authority provides is notary publics. We can have it, send them to a website. They got the form and everything set up, so they can do it online, and then whenever they come to the clerk's office, they can pay for it then, and they can walk out with a notary and their certificate and stuff. I think something else that we've done is we started e-filing civil cases. Our next project is going to be liens on e-filing, and we're fixing, next time we bring in a jury, we're going to go to an electronic format on iPads for a jury questionnaire with as many judges and many courts, just printing so many copies of jury information forms and making up to 8 or 10 sets whenever you got about 150 to 180 questionnaires, making 2 for each courtroom. We have got the software to put in PDF format and put it on all of our iPads, and so we're going to give each attorney, you know, on the district attorney side and the defense attorney, we'll give them a set on iPad, each courtroom, and like I say, it'll just be put from a computer, drop it down on those iPads, and they're ready to go. They're there, ready to go.
Wow. And you know what? That increase, that bump in technology helps the people, and that's what it really boils down to. That's the number one thing. Now, not only are you clerk of court, but you're also very involved in the Clerk's Authority.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
Tell
sir.
us a little bit about your history.
Okay, whenever I became clerk, I knew about the Clerk's Authority, and probably one of the last things that I didn't think about was ever being on the board of directors of the Clerk's Authority. But that changed whenever Governor Deal ran for governor and got elected, and so I found out, you know, got word that he was going to appoint me to the board of directors, and you know, I was very humble about it, and I just knew there was more, in my opinion, a lot more qualified clerks, a lot more experience, and but you know, I sort of found out that it's something from some of the judges that this is something you don't turn down. You know, if the the governor asks you to be appointed on a committee, you know, you take it. But I learned more about it over time, and I really, really enjoyed it. Now I know more of what the Clerk's Authority does and how helpful it is to every clerk in the state.
So you think the Clerk's Authority has really made that much of a difference in what you all do in the 158 counties?
Well, 159 counties. Yes, so I guess I'd be the 159th. I don't know, you know, what order I fall in.
Right.
But it's just been an incredible thing what the Clerk's Authority does for the clerks. You know, something I told you I wanted to talk about is the pioneers of the early days whenever they were thinking about this. It was after trainings like we're in this week. It was the clerks that went out to eat afterwards and just wrote down on notes, you know, how it was going to be formed, writing down on napkins and stuff, getting ideas, and to get a bill through the legislature of creating the Clerk's Authority, and we used our law books. We now everything's gone electronic on
Right.
that a good bit, but everybody used their law books and phone calls, from clerk to clerk. But one of the great things about this is all these early ones that were on the board of directors and was forming this thing, put it together, and it allowed us to computerize the land records, any kind of records in the deeds, real estate. Now we're like a network over the whole 159 counties. They provide computers for us. You can purchase an account through the Clerk's Authority, without even going to the county courthouse in a real estate, and they can buy an account and see what records are on electronically.
Boy, that saves so much time and so
yeah.
much more efficient, it seems like.
Yeah, in our clerk's email, when we got a problem, we don't quite understand what a customer comes in and asks for, we can get on the email and you can send it out to the other, for me, the other 158 clerks, and you can really, really get some help because they've been through this situation. Right. But it's an awesome thing. The employees are awesome, like Richard McFall, who's taping this right now, or videoing this. He's on the part of the technology staff, and Andy Wyckwick. They are so great in their technology. John Earl, the director, he does an amazing job. But our training, that's what we're doing this week. We're training. They're helping us with the training. We don't have to just get. It's not only here we get our training. They will actually do webinars, and you can get on your phone and listen, do a webinar, and you can actually pull up a screen on the computer while we're doing that. But this is what's so great, that people like Rachel Rice and Mike Smith, they came to Hall County and actually done a training on notary public. And there's so many questions about what does a notary do? What kind of documents can you notarize? And when you get in one session, you get 40, 50 people and have 2 a day. It was great. They understood more about what they can and can't do as a notary, but they go statewide. They go statewide to do trainings, and this is just an incredible entity that we have in this state, and it's something that, not to be bragging, but it's something that the other county officers don't have this.
You can brag. Go ahead and brag.
Okay, all right. But we're the ones that, were first, and, we got it implemented by law.
Yes.
And it's just a great thing that helps all the clerks. I mean, it doesn't matter the size of your county and everything. They're just helpful for everybody. We call, anytime we call them, for assistance whenever we need help, they're there to answer the phone, and they will help you.
They're good people over there.
They are great
people.
people.
They're very good people. Charles, we've learned a lot about what you do in the clerk's office, but we want to know a little bit about what's some of your hobbies. What do you like to do for fun?
What I like to do is spend time, me and my wife like to spend time with our grandsons, and we're pretty involved. They stay with us most every weekend. They vacation with us, and I think one of the greatest things is getting them involved in church. Right now, they're working on their Christmas musical play that's coming up pretty soon. And something else we do, we carry them on vacations. And I think one of the things we really enjoy, and I think it's been great for us, we have carried them out to Colorado for snow skiing. And it's just been great to watch them progress and pass my level, even though I've been doing it for years. They have went way past me and my wife's level. We keep them in ski school, and they're on the expert terrain.
Wow.
Whereas I try to stay on the easy slopes, and I want to come back home in one piece.
You still got to work, right?
Yeah, I still got a job to do.
Those young kids, they can just go out and fall all over the place. You can't.
No, that's exactly right. Something I enjoy too is politics. Casey Cagle ran for lieutenant governor and got elected, so I was pretty involved in that campaign, and he was very enjoyable. And then never thought about it. Governor Deal, who was served in Congress for a number of years. During my career, I've heard him try cases, and excellent attorney. Well, he decided to run for governor, and it was very enjoyable going to his functions and everything, and hear him debate. Such a good debater, and just like I say, it was really enjoyable participating in his campaign and see that he got elected, and then he ran again for a second term, and very involved in that, and be able to win 2 terms in the state of Georgia, that's quite an accomplishment. But just being involved in that, I think is a great thing, the way our process is
Sure.
about electing our candidates.
You know what is very interesting you said about the politics. Some people look at it as a job, but you found it to be something that is who you are, a part of you. Is that something that you look at as, this is a part of who I am overall?
I believe it is. I worked for 2 clerks, and I just wondered if I'd ever get my chance. I had thought about it, and in 2008, the clerk at that time said he wasn't going to run again, and so that's whenever I made up my mind and decided this is the time, give it a try, and so it worked out.
Listen, if you want, we're going to give you the opportunity to look right into the camera and talk to your citizens in Hall County, and just thank them for making you their clerk.
I want to say thank you to the voters and everyone that voted for me for another term. This will be my 3rd term, and the confidence you have in me, and especially my employees, to allow me to serve another term. And if you need something from the clerk's office, from my employees all the way down, and you can actually come in and ask to see the clerk, and I'll take you in the back and we'll talk one-on-one, face-to-face. So you can have access. I'm ready to answer any questions. And like I said, thank you again for another term.
Folks, this is Mr. Charles Baker, and you've been watching Clerk TV.
Thank you
sir.
very
Oh,
much.
you're very welcome. You're very welcome.